Good morning, dear students. In yesterday's class, in lecture 1, I have discussed about the distance in section formula, in which I have discussed two of the main important formulas which is required to calculate the distance between 2 points. And I have discussed some of the properties by which one can prove various types of polygons, like in case of triangle, whether the triangle is isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, or the scalene triangle. And after that, I have discussed about how to check or to verify whether the given 4 points are forming a quadrilateral of a special type, maybe it like a square, rectangle, or maybe rhombus, parallelogram, anything. So for that, I have discussed by saying that all the 4 points we have to, all the distance of all the distance we have to calculate, that is all the four sides, and then diagonals if they are asking in case of rectangle and square. And if they are asking only a parallelogram, then opposite sides you have to measure and then you have to see whether they are equal or not. Now in today's lecture, I will be discussing some of the numerical problems of the textbook. So let me see, like question number 1 and 2 is a bit easy, you all can solve, and I know that question number 3 subpart C. From last 2 years I am teaching, and then I am seeing that students are having problems in calculating the values, proving the distance based on sine theta and cos theta, that means based on trigonometric functions. So that is why I have selected question number 3 subpart C. So the question says, prove that the distance of the point a sine theta plus b cos theta, comma, a cos theta minus b sine theta from the origin is independent of the value of theta. Means we have to see that when we calculate the distance of that particular coordinates with respect to sine theta, that is trigonometric function we have given, is independent of sine theta and cos theta, means that does not depend, means in your answer you will not see whether it is a sine theta or cos theta, that all things will get evolved, that all things will get erased, it will not come in the picture. So let's write the question. I can write, let the point be A, and the point is a sine theta plus b cos theta, a sine theta plus b cos theta, comma, a cos theta minus of b sine theta. Correct? So this is the point, and we have to see the distance from origin. We have to see the distance. So one point is this, another point, and b is what? Origin, that is 0, 0. And to measure the distance of a point from origin, I have given you the formula, like when the points are x comma y1, x1 comma y1, and the other point is 0, 0, then I have told you that it will be x1 y1 whole square. This will be the root, this will be the distance in case of origin, because x1 minus 0 means x1 only, y1 minus 0 means y1 only, or else if you take opposite, 0 minus x1 whole square, that means x1 square only, negative will convert into positive. So here also no need of writing this. So you can write distance is equal to root under, this entire is x1, this entire is x2, y2. So x1 coordinate and y coordinate, abscissa and ordinate. So it will become like a sine theta plus of b cos theta whole square. If you write minus 0 also no problem, then again you will have one more term, that means you have to do expansion, though it will not look good. So here you can write a cos theta b sine theta whole square, x1 square plus y1 square, because the other coordinate is 0. So here you can write a square sine square theta plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab 2a into b, a plus b square means a into b cos theta sin theta. Then we have here, again we can write, for this I can write here, I'm supposed to write here, but I'm writing here my disciplines. So a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta minus of 2ab cos theta sin theta. Now as you can see here, 2ab cos theta sin theta, 2ab cos theta sin theta, that means these two can be cancelled. Now here you see once again a cos theta, so you can take out a cos theta common. Here you are having sin square theta plus of cos square theta, correct? Then plus b is same, so b here. Now we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta from trigonometry, we know that it is equal to 1. So I can write here a square plus of b square. So it will be root under a square plus b square. And I hope this will be your answer only. So 3 subpart C. Okay, it is independent of theta. It is proving part, so we will not see the answers here. It is directly given. It is independent of theta. So the answer will be root under a square plus b square. Now if you have any other problem, like I can solve one more question based on this only. Like question number 3 subpart B also. So I would like to solve question number 3 subpart B here, so that you will not have any problem. You all will be able to solve it properly. So it is independent of theta. This is the question, that the point, this point, the distance of this point and this point is independent of theta. When we have solved, we are not seeing any theta content here. We are not seeing any functions of trigonometric functions. So obviously it is independent of theta. Now question number 3 subpart B also I will solve here, so that it will be clear. It will be clear for you all to understand how to solve the numerical problems if we have sin theta and other values. Now question number 3 subpart B says that if the coordinates of the points A and B be a sin theta, that means A is given as a sin theta plus a sin theta comma minus of b cos theta. B is given as minus a cos theta comma b sin theta. It is given as b sin theta respectively. Then we have to prove that OA square plus OB square is equal to a square plus of b square, where O is what? Origin. Where O is given as the origin. So point O is, what is point O? 0, 0. So all the three quantities are given, right? A is given, B is here, O is here. We have to find OA, distance between OA whole square plus distance between OB whole square is equal to this. Now suppose I have a point A here, B here, and this is origin. So what is the distance between OA? Origin by this, then this by this. Sorry. So I can calculate OA is equal to root under of OA, distance between O and A will be equal to a sin theta minus 0 means a sin theta only, a sin theta whole square plus 0 minus b is plus b cos theta whole square. So this will be equal to a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta, correct? Now OA square they are saying, that means OA square will be, root under will be removed. Here a sin square theta, b sin square theta, root will be there. When I have to find OA square, that means this thing will be removed. So this is what is called first equation. Second, you see OB is equal to root under O to B. That means 0 minus this will be again a cos theta whole square plus b sin theta whole square. Now when we have to find OB whole square, this root will get over, so it will be a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta. This is what we got. This is equation 2. Now adding 1 and 2, adding 1 and 2, what we will get? OA square plus OB square is equal to A square sin square theta plus B square cos square theta plus of A square cos square theta plus of B square sin square theta. Now you try to bring the A term together. A sin square theta, A cos square theta. So I can write A square cos square theta plus sin square theta, or sin square plus cos square theta, same thing. We have B square, this and this. So B square cos square theta plus of sin square theta. And we know from trigonometry cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So A square multiplied with 1 plus B square multiplied with 1 is A square plus of B square, and this is OA whole square plus of OB whole square, and this is what we have proved. This is what we have proved. In this way we are going to solve the numerical problems related to this type of distance formula and section distance formula. Actually section formula I will be starting tomorrow. Now I will discuss question number 5b. Question number 5 subpart B. Now whenever in a question they says that a point is lying on x-axis, suppose I have x-axis and y-axis, and the question states that a point is lying on x-axis. When it is lying on x-axis, then what coordinates you can assume there? The point is lying on x-axis, definitely it will have abscissa, and on x-axis, entire x-axis, the value of y is 0. So this will be your 0. So wherever you take, assume the point on x-axis, the coordinates will be x comma 0. Now similarly, whenever you have to assume a point on particularly y-axis, then your point will be 0 comma y. Be it be negative, positive, that we will not take into account, because while calculating we will get the answer as negative if that point lies on the negative y-axis. Okay, so whenever it is lying on y-axis, what we will take 0 comma y, we will assume always. Whenever a point is lying on x-axis, then we will always assume those points to be x comma 0. Now the question number 5 subpart B says that find the point on the y-axis whose distance from. So I will assume first, let the point on y-axis be 0 comma y. I have assumed because it is lying on y-axis. Now this point distance from A, and A I will be assuming A as 3 comma 2 and B as minus 1 comma 3 by 2. Okay, and the ratio is 2:1. So the question says a point is lying on y-axis, the distance of this point from this as well as this point from this is in a ratio 2:1. That means if I am having like this one as x, or you say p, let the point on y-axis be p 0 comma y, then PA upon PB is equal to 2:1. This is what they have given. Indirectly they are saying a point is lying on y-axis, and this point, the distance between these 2 points as well as these 2 points are in a ratio 2:1. That means PA upon PB is 2:1. This is what we have to prove. Now how to prove? First of all we will find PA. So PA will be equal to root under, what is P? 0, 3 minus 0, 3 minus 0 whole square plus 2 minus y whole square, correct? Squaring you do, this 9 plus 4 plus y square minus of 4y. This is what we are having PA, correct? This is equation number 1. Now same way we will find PB. P to be 0 comma minus 1, that means minus 1 square only you take, minus 1 minus 0 plus y minus 3 by 2 whole square. Minus 1 and 3 minus y, or just interchange only as we are taking here. So we will write 3 by 2 minus y whole square. So it will be 1, this will be 9 by 4, this will be y square this will be 3y. 2 into 3, 2 to cancel 3y. Okay. So this is equation number 2. Now according to question, what they are saying, PA upon PB is equal to 2:1. So I will write root under 9 plus 4, 9 plus 4, not 13. Okay, 9 plus 4, 13 I can write directly. Here this will be 13. 13 plus of y square minus of 4y by 9 by 4 plus 1, that means 1 whole 9 by 4, or leave it. 9 plus 4, 13, 13 by 4. 13 by 4 plus y square minus of 3y. Root under is equal to 2 upon 1. Now on squaring both sides. On squaring both sides. Why I am squaring both sides? To remove this root symbol and then get the calculation, to get the value of x and y. Sorry, here we have x equal to 0 only, then y. To get the value of y. So I will be getting 13 plus of y square minus of 4y upon 13 by 4 plus of y square minus of 3y is equal to 4 upon 1, because squaring harder. Now I will do the cross multiplication. 13 plus y square minus of 4y is equal to 13 by 4 plus of y square minus of 3y multiplied by 4, cross multiplication. This 4 is there, it will be multiplied. So finally we will get 13 plus 4y square minus of 12y, and this side I will be getting 13 plus y square minus of 4y. Now if I will solve, this will be in the form of quadratic equation. It will be like 3y square, this will go this side, then we are having minus of 8y, then we are having 13 cancelled, plus 13 minus 13 cancel, so both the side plus cancel, is equal to 0. Yes or no? This will go this side, 3y square and then 8y square. So y I will take out common, so I will be having 3y minus of 8 is equal to 0. Either y is equal to 0 or y is equal to 8 by 3. So these are the two possible points for y. So the y value will be either 0 or 5b 0, 8 by 3, 0, 8 by 3, that is y is equal to this. So the exact coordinate, this is the possible values of y. So your point will be, so you can write point is p 0, y, that means either it will be 0, 0 or 0, 8 by 3. So these are the two possible coordinates that we will get. So likewise we will solve and then calculate the answers for question number 5 subpart B. Now question number 7 is based upon the reflection of the points, and then we have to find the ratio of the two distances. So the point A is 1, minus 5. Okay, first let me read. The point A is 1, minus 5 is mapped onto A dash on reflection in the x-axis. Okay, so this point is reflected in x-axis. That means the abscissa value is not going to change, but only the coordinate sign will change, because we don't have any line parallel to it. The only coordinate, that is x-axis or y-axis, is the is the line for reflection. The point B 3, minus 1 is mapped onto B dash on reflection in the origin. Okay, then find AB is to A dash B dash. Okay, very nice. A is given as 1, minus of 5. B is given as 3, minus 1. Now the question says this point is mapped onto x-axis. Then A dash will become 1, 5. Minus will turn out to be positive. This is mapped onto origin. Origin means B dash will become minus 3, plus 1. Both the sign will change. Now the distance between AB and A dash B dash, their ratio we have to find out. So first of all, we will find out the distance between AB and A dash B dash, and then we will finally find out their ratios. So AB is equal to, distance AB will be equal to root under 3 minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 minus of minus 5 whole square, correct? 3 minus 1 minus 1 minus of minus 5 whole square. This will be equal to 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 2s are 4, plus this is minus 1, this is 5, 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 4s are 16. So it is root under of 20, or you say 2 root under 5. This is what we will get. 3 minus 1 to 4, and then 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 4s are 16. Okay. Now a dash b dash will be equal to 1, that means minus 3 minus 1 whole square plus 1 minus 5 whole square. So this will be equal to 3 minus 3 1 minus 4 minus 16 plus 16. Is it correct? Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4, 1 minus 5, 1 minus 5 is minus 4, 1 minus 5 is minus 4, 4 4 16, 16 16 32, 32 means 16, 4 root 2, 4 root 2. Okay, now their ratios. Ratio is AB is to A dash B dash will be equal to, where is my AB? 2 root 5 by 4 root 2. I think this calculation is incorrect. 7 5 is to root 5 is to 2 root 2. Root 5 is to 2 root 2. Okay, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So root 5 upon 2 root 2. Therefore, AB is to A dash B dash will be equal to root 5 is to 2 root 2. So in this way we finished our question number 7 also. Mapped onto this, mapping is necessary. If you know that previous chapter concept, then definitely you will be able to map this number, and then afterwards you have to find the ratios of the distance, of their distance. Now I will be discussing another question. Now question number 17, because from 10 onwards, 10 to 15 onwards, all these are based on the concept that I have discussed, that how you are going to prove that a particular type of polygon is whether the said type of polygon or another type, like a isosceles, like in question number 10 only they are saying isosceles triangle, then second one they are saying equilateral triangle, third also they are saying equilateral triangle, and so on. So you have to use that same concept which I have told you, and I hope you all will be able to complete those sums. Now I will be discussing question number 17. So question number 17 says that find the, for what value of k, the points k minus 2, k comma minus 2, 1 comma minus 4 and minus 3 comma 16 are in given order, are collinear. They are in given order and they are collinear. That means if I assume a to be k comma minus of 2, then b as 1 comma 4 and c as minus 3 comma 16. They are in given order, and in which way means what is the value of k, so that these all the 3 points will be collinear. So you all can use the distance formula that I have taught you, but I will be going by area method right now, so that you will be able to learn that formula. Area of triangle is equal to half into half into x1 y2 minus of y3 plus x2 y3 minus of y1 plus x3 y1 minus of y2. Correct? So substitute the value. X1 is k, bracket y2 is here, that means 4 minus of 16 plus x2, that is 1. Then we are having y3 is 16. Then we are having here minus means plus, it will become, because of this minus it will become positive. Then plus you are having x3 is minus of 3, so this will come out negative. Then you are having y1 is k, and then we are having y2, that is minus 4. Now this side it will be 0. Area of triangle is equal to 0 because these are the 3 points which are collinear. So 2 into 0 means 0 is equal to, you can say 4 minus 16 means 4 minus 16 minus 12, that means minus 12k, plus 16 plus 2 18 minus 3k plus minus 12. minus into minus plus, and 4 3s are 12. So minus 12k plus 3 minus 3, that is minus of 15k, plus 18 minus 12 is 13. So 15k is equal to 30. K is equal to 30 by 15. That means 2. Therefore, k is equal to 2. So the value of k is equal to 2. K is equal to 2 I am getting, but the answer is 3. Let me check the values. K minus 2, where I have done the mistake. K 1 minus 3, okay. Then we are having 4. 4 minus 16, that is minus 12. Then we are having 16 minus plus 2 18, correct. Then we are having where is that? Y1 is y1 is minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18. Here we are not having anything. Then here we are having 18 18 36. So here we are having 18 18 36. So what I will write, minus of 12k plus of 36. 12k is equal to 36. K is equal to 36 by 12. 12 3s are 36. Therefore, k is equal to 3. K is equal to 3 is the solution. Here I have made a mistake by writing the value of x. Instead of writing x1, I should have written y1 value, which I have written in the formula, but by mistake in selecting the terms, I just made a mistake. So I hope you all will not make such a mistake. And then I hope with this I finished my exercise. Thank you, my dear students.